Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome or welcome back. This is my variation of the mid-year freakout tag. I'm not doing the whole tag because I am working on one of the other tags that I was tagged for, which is by the numbers tag, and that kind of asks for more specifics. So I'm just going to kind of do my hits, misses, surprises, and disappointments for this first half of the year. I not doing numbers of books, but I did do 38% nonfiction and 62% fiction with Historathon this year. I am doing a lot more nonfiction. I usually do about maybe like 25-26% nonfiction usually. 62% of the books I read or listened to were over 300 pages. 58% of them were on audio, and then 42% were I read them either physically or digitally. And so the disappointments were I was very disappointed in Brigands and Bread Knives by Travis Baldry. It's book 3 in his Legends and Latte series. It's a cozy fantasy series, low stakes. I enjoyed the first two, but this one, if it had been separate from the other two, I would have enjoyed it more because it was like a kind of a Dungeons and Dragons, a D&D campaign almost as they go on their little adventure and stuff. But the other two books had been set up as retired from that and trying to establish roots within the town and the community. And I actually really enjoyed that cozy aspect of trying to create a community around them, found family and all of that. This one had adventure and stuff, and basically she, one of the characters from the other two books, went on a huge adventure and then realized that there was no place like home, but I just didn't like the way that it kind of diverged from what I was familiar with the first two, so that's why that was a bit disappointing. And then for surprises, I was really surprised how much I loved both Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir and Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. But my biggest surprises were ones that I just had at I had them reserved at the library. Was just going to read them eventually when they came due. I did, and I actually really enjoyed them, and I think about them often. They're not my favorites, but they were definitely really good reads for me, and surprising, and how much I love them, having never heard anyone else talk about them. And the first one was Mona's Eyes by Thomas Schlesler. I actually did order or pre-order a new edition of that book coming out, not even coming out till like October or something, but it's actually going to be reprinting all of the art and pictures that they were featured in this. So the idea behind it is Mona is losing her sight, and her grandpa takes her to a museum every week to show her one painting, and then talks about like that painting, that artist, the movement, the context around it, and everything. It made me really appreciate art in a different way. And in the new edition that I pre-ordered, it has colored pages of all of those art, all the art referenced in that book. So I'm really excited about that. And then the other one was a more recent read, and that was The Book Eaters by Sunyi Dean. It's kind of a original new take on vampires and stuff. And I just posted a video where I did a deeper review and dive on that, so I'm not going to go in that here, but I did enjoy that one. So now for the hits and misses. I have a lot more hits than misses, and I'm not going to list them all because many of them will be coming again, hopefully, around at the end of the year when I do my top 10. I'm going to do a top 10 fiction and nonfiction for my year. So the ones that I know that will make it, I'm not going to list here. All of them, because I do want to leave some surprises, but I have a lot of hits here that I'm sure that you'll find something interesting. So the first one is reading Lolita and Tehran by Zahar Nafizi. I was also very surprised at how much I really enjoyed that one, and did multiple videos discussing different elements and discussion videos and stuff about that because I enjoyed it so much. Other ones that I enjoyed, The Zorg by Siddharth Kara. It's about the horrible true story about the slave ship, the Zorg, and how because of what happened there, it started the roots for the anti-slavery and abolitionist movements, especially in Europe and England specifically. I enjoyed the Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt more than I thought I would. The Librarian of Burned Books by Brianna Lebescus. Asada, her autobiography, Asada Shakur's. The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I knew that was going to be a favorite. I don't know why I did not put it off. Finding Me by Viola Davis. It's her autobiography or memoir. When Women Ruled the World by Kara Cooney. And that's about the Egyptian pharaohs, the women pharaohs who ruled there. I finally read The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I also just did a wrap up for Pride Month that included the books A Warning About Swans, R.M. Romero. I did enjoy that more than I thought I would as well. It's all written in verse, so there's a lot of lines that I just found really beautiful that I marked up. I'm not also going to go into detail about that because I just included that. Another one that I liked, would recommend for Pride Month, but I didn't read it. I read it earlier in the year, was Lilac People by Milo Todd. Let's see. I really enjoyed Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows by Bali Kaur Jaswal. That one is widowed women who are going to a writers group and learning how to read and kind of write. And what it really, though, explores is women in that society, as well as especially older women in that society as they age and they become forgotten, or people don't see them as women anymore, just as old widows. And it had a interesting, political backdrop to it, as well as a slight mystery. So it was very different from what I was expecting, and I did enjoy it, and I do think about that one often. Another one is Time and Chance, is book 2 of the Henry II and Eleanor of Aquitaine trilogy by Sharon K. Penman. And it's historical fiction, but it's very well done, historically accurate and well written. Two that were surprising were ones that I had read from different countries. So I enjoyed Embers by Sandor Marai, and that was Hungarian. And then Layla's House by Zulfu Livalani. And I believe that one was Turkish. Now I'll write that down below just to be sure. But both of them were surprises to me in a really good way. Embers is a slow build, and not a whole lot happens, and still I was fascinated by it. And Layla's House, I really enjoyed learning about the culture. It kind of reminded me of the erotic stories for Punjabi widows, in the sense of once women get beyond a certain age, what are they expected of by society? What are the societal expectations for them, but also for others' treatment of them, for what they owe, what is owed to them, how they're often overlooked and forgotten and not cared about, but how much they still have to offer. It was really well done. And then two more that I want to mention that were nonfiction were Messalina by Honor Cargill Martin, and it's Empress Messalina, the wife of Claudius. The wife, I think it was his third wife or second wife. I forget if he was married 3 or 4 times, but it was his next to last wife, because he last married Agrippina, who was his niece, and then who was the mother of Nero, who then killed him. So Messalina, I also read Agrippina's biography this year too, but I chose to put Messalina as one of my favorites for the hits that I would recommend. And then the other one is Defiance by Lubna Marie, and that is by it's a memoir about Syria, and I did a full review of that I believe last month. But she was part of the religious minority there that was in the same religion as Assad, and so when she rose up against him, like all the other revolutionaries did, to try to oust him, it was seen as a double betrayal, because she was within his social class and religion, and they should have been loyal to him, or the people around her believed that she should have been. So she lost a lot by standing up against him. Her own father actually murdered her mom for it. And even the other revolutionaries that she was fighting with didn't always trust her, because she was on the wrong side, even though she was on their side. So it was a fascinating read. As for misses this quarter, or this half a year, I guess, Marriage at Sea by Sophie Elmhurst. I just was really disappointed in the outcome of this. I enjoyed some parts of it very much, but overall it was not what I was expecting. As they, husband and wife, their boat gets collided with by a whale, sinks. They get in the ocean. They're trying to survive for like 4 months. That part, I thought it would be the whole story of like them trying to get saved and what might have happened. But that was actually a very small part of the story as you get their whole lives and stuff. And I just wasn't as fascinated with the wholeness of it as I was about that horror and adventure that it would have been to read about trying to survive something so harrowing like that. Other ones that I was very disappointed with was, and these were probably my least liked books of the year so far. You Dreamed of Empires by Alvaro Enrique, and I did not like that one at all. I also did not like Metal from Heaven by August Clark, or Canon, which was a new release by Paige Lewis. I finished them all, but I did not enjoy any of them all that much. So anyway, that is my quick mid-year freak out. I do have a few favorites going in that will be making it to my top 10 unless I read fantastic books this year for the rest of the year. But as far as new favorite to me authors, I'm not sure if like I do want to read more by Alice Walker. I'm not sure how many of the other ones have multiple things. I obviously plan to continue Sharon K. Penman's series. She has one more in that trilogy, and then she does have two books about Richard Lionheart and that era after his parents die and he takes over. I probably would eventually like to read The Martian by Andy Weir, so I will keep that on my list, but I'm not sure if I had like a clear-cut new favorite, but I did have quite a few really great books that I enjoyed, and if I do mention some that would be my new favorite, then you're not going to know what book is going to be included in my top 10 of the year, so I kind of want to leave a little bit of mystery, so I'm not going to do that right now. But anyway, I have some plans for reading coming up. I am not going to do like the full wrap-ups with everything I read. I actually have a bunch of planned ones where I'm going to read in chunks about a topic, nonfiction and fiction, and explore kind of the themes of it that kind of I think connect them, and then do compares and contrasts and stuff. So I plan to do more in-depth videos like that. And then I just recently did my like year anniversary videos and some of the ideas and stuff for the coming year. And I had mentioned that I do want to finish this year doing long form reviews at least once a month for one book of my choice. And so I'm going to do that starting with this coming, so in July I'm doing Watership Down. I have not read that, so that will be my first read. I'm going to do a full review on it and like write an essay and everything and try to just delve deeper into at least one of the books that I'm going to read each month. That's kind of been on my agenda as well. I also, this will be my first mentioning of it, but I want to do a full announcement. But I want to do a fun event for myself and see if anyone else wants to participate. But in August, I want to do primarily focused on graphic novels. So I've really, really enjoyed graphic memoirs lately. Some of my favorite books that I've been reading this year have been graphic memoirs. And so I want to focus on the month of August reading graphic novels, whether it's graphic memoirs, historical or nonfiction graphic novels, or just graphic novels in general. And so I want to do an announcement to see if anyone wants to join me and just make it kind of a booktube event, so that in August we're all reading graphic novels of some time, just for people who've never explored that genre. People who are not maybe familiar with it can try with us as we're all reading different things, or even people who have heard about Historathon and aren't used to nonfiction and don't know where to dip their toes in. Historical or memoirs in the graphic novel form are a great way to start, because it's a lot more condensed, so it doesn't feel like you have to invest a whole lot. You can kind of dip your toes in and see if that's a topic you want to learn about more, so that you can continue on with either Historathon or start reading nonfiction for Nonfiction November. So that is a great way to do it. I also just enjoy kind of using that as I guess, a continuation to topics that I'm already learning about. So if I've been reading a lot about China, and whether it's, in nonfiction form or if it's in novel form, reading a few graphic novels that are, memoirs or stuff like that. Like I really enjoyed Feeding Ghosts this past couple of months. And it just gives kind of like a overall history, but then you kind of zero in on that particular family, that person who's telling the story. And I just feel like it's a great supplement to some of my other reading, and that's kind of one of the reasons and ways that I do that. But I just plan on doing that this year as well, and also doing more just discussional videos or conversational videos rather than specific updates and stuff, because I'm reading a lot, but I feel like a lot of the stuff, because I'm talking about a whole lot, I don't really get to focus on the things that I really like about each book. I've been kind of not getting in depth with it, but also not always doing spoilers, where sometimes spoilers are helpful if people need to know trigger warnings, or just if they are not planning to read it but still want to know the content of the book. And then sometimes I even like to know where a book is going and whether it's worth it before I get into it, if I have been wanting to read it for a while and have high expectations and I want to know detailed information about what the people reading it think about it. So I do want to kind of give that to you, and also make myself focus more inwardly and try to get more, I guess, eloquent in my speaking, because I know I ramble a lot, and I kind of wanted to make it a little more condensed, or at least well thought out and nuanced, in a way that I don't think that I always get to do if I'm reviewing book after book. So I'm going to keep reading as much as usual, but I think the books that don't make those big videos, I'm going to just compile in a recommendation video later, if there's something I enjoy and would recommend to you all. And then I'll see where it all goes there. But those are some of my plans for the future, and that is how I'm going to be ending this freakout tag. So here's to the next 6 months, and I hope it's as good reading wise as this one had been, because I really enjoyed most of what I read this time, with a few exceptions of ones that were very disappointing. I feel like I'm really getting to know my tastes and stuff a lot better, that I do tend to choose things that I know that I'll like and not be as disappointed. Every once in a while, like this last time I was, but for the most part, I've been pleasantly surprised with my choices. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me and being here and building this community with me. And as always, have a great day and happy reading.